Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody, and welcome to our first edition of Career Showcase by Digital Health Skills for Africa for 2026. So, this is us saying Happy New Year to everybody. And with us today is Marvin and Bay. We're going to go into more detail about him in the course of the discussion. And as you're aware, the career showcase is where we just talk to individuals who are in this pathway in Africa to find out what did they do differently, how did they get to where they are, what inspiration can we draw from them? Because I mean, mentors, coaches can always lead us from afar, and it doesn't have to be someone you talk to every day, but this is sort of a way to guide and give some advice to those of us who are interested in coming into this career pathway. So to kick things off today, my name is Ezine Visionwekwe. I'm the Executive Director of Digital Health Skills for Africa, and I'm going to have Marvin Bay briefly introduce himself. Over to you, Marvin.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Or afternoon, wherever you are. Okay, my name is Mavi. I'm a Kenya registered nurse, and currently I'm working on digital health, innovation, and entrepreneurship. And I've been working through a project that is MedReach that is aimed on achieving the digital health through AI-powered community health.
Amazing. Thank you. So I hear you're a clinical nurse and now you're in
Yeah.
digital health. So you're talking about AI powered tools. Can you walk us through your professional journey and what inspired this transition from clinical practice into this digital health space?
Okay. From transiting from the clinical nurse to the digital health, it started around 2018. I had some exposure where I was working at the Village Job International, and they had this that a platform that were implementing that is a VC, and I was the lead nurse that was implementing the, the platform for the telehealth medicine. And unfortunately, before the program ran, the COVID-19 pandemic hit us, and that is when I came to realize that digital health and the telehealth and they can help a lot during the pandemic, and that's when I started diving deep into the digital health. Yeah.
Beautiful. So COVID did a lot of things for us, right? In terms of career,
Yeah.
COVID shifted a lot of people's career trajectories.
Yeah. I think
Definitely.
COVID
So
came with a lot of challenges and learning
changes.
too.
Yes. A lot of things changed. People's life got better, worse, different because of COVID-19. And it became a platform for people to actually go into different, some things that they would never have thought of before. And for you, it was this navigation into digital health proper. And so, what mindset shifts were necessary for you as you moved from bedside care into software development, AI tools, digital health transformation? So, what were the mindset shifts? What are things that changed in your way of thinking, in the way of thought process, how you approach solutions, approach problem solutions, in moving from this bedside to the tech part of things?
Okay, about technology, always had that passion about the technology, and when this mind came about the digital health and the telemedicine, I now had a more opportunity to dive into tech and more insight of asking myself, how will technology, how can it impact healthcare or change the healthcare system that we do have for better improvement of healthcare services delivery and many other aspects in the health. So I saw this technology. I wanted to know how the system run in the health system and how can the AI or the artificial intelligence change the way we think about the healthcare system in Kenya and in Africa or generally.
Amazing. And what skills have been most valuable for you since you started this new phase of your journey? What skills?
Okay, I'm be learning most of the skills that I appreciate that I'm being keen to doing what I'm doing. Yeah, the digital skills. Also, I've also been searching programs that can enable me transit through this process. They are mostly I've used the Cisco networking skills maybe to learn more about the technology and also diving into the programs. Now, currently, there are many programs that are there for to someone to learn about the digital health and the IT platform. There are many. I also had an opportunity to get I think it's something that is still ongoing on the digital health transformation through the UNICEF. Some in their platform, there's a program that run. They really helped me, and also the digital health skills for Africa. Yeah, they were really key.
Amazing. That's great. So coming from Kenya, your solution is in Kenya, is based in Kenya, you work in Kenya. Can you tell us a bit about the current digital health ecosystem in your country and how you solve some of the problems that are arising in the country?
Okay, I would generally say in Kenya willing they are trying to implement the digital health strategy and also the Digital Health Act, the 2023, and also recently they have launched landscape in Kenya about digital health transformation is one of the best. It just needs some more intelligent system, not just on a digital health system. Because for instance, of recent we Kenyans have the social health fund, the current ratio that is being loaded to the citizens, but it is still facing more of significant challenges that can be handled well in a more intelligent digital health system way. Yeah, and I think we still have a long way to go. When also it comes to about the data privacy, the data breaching, the cyber security, we still have a long way to go when it comes to that.
So tell us a bit about MedReach. That's your startup. Just tell us a bit about MedReach.
Okay, MedReach actually is when I came about the name Reach, you just from the name itself, it's more of mobile enabled a digital health platform that is mainly especially for the that is a platform that I'm creating for the community health that is mostly powered by AI and integration with the IT health structure and infrastructure. Yeah, collaborating all those systems, yeah, and intelligence system that way.
Okay. And what has just give me like two healthcare gaps that you are striving to address with this solution that you have created.
Okay, I'm trying to implement something that the digital is should be accessible to everyone. So I'm trying to reach more people on as in, I do wish that every person in Kenya or in Africa in the marginalized communities can actually own their digital, their health in their hands. So I'm trying to reach this gap through maybe network and also coming up with the platform that may help reducing the challenges that we do have in the health system.
Okay. And for other innovators like you who are also in the AI space, what are some considerations for them? Because AI is sort of like it's a lot of things, and people are using it ethically, unethically, different ways. So, what are some considerations you can give or are there for people who are innovators in the AI space to enable them to use this AI in a safe, secure, and ethical way? What are some ways to ensure that this is being used the right way? You are in that space.
Yeah, about AI and AI system, I would say it's just large. It's something that is big and wide, like you just said. And when an innovator is trying to maybe innovate from the AI, he should look at the aspect that create more impact on the artificial intelligence. I will comfortably say that not all artificial intelligence that is maybe embraceable, and there is also some destructive artificial intelligence. And doing all this and also putting the frame of the ethics and the data privacy, yeah, and using the ethical AI. There is also the ethical AI. That's one can really help the innovators who are trying to dive into the artificial intelligence with more knowledge on not where to go, not what is supposed to be done, the data privacy, all that. Yeah.
Amazing. And for someone who is, you have gone from non-tech to a bit more tech. So if I'm a nurse listening to you right now, what will you tell me? And I'm thinking of, hey, I want to get into digital transformation. I want to have innovations like this. I want to be an innovator. So guide me on what paths to follow to get to where you are now. If I'm a nurse, probably an undergraduate, um, postgraduate, working, what are some steps that I can take to get to where you are right now as an innovator?
Okay. First of all, you need some, if you are in healthcare, you need like your clinical insight, you are clinical conscious, maybe to handle the challenges maybe that you are facing and identify a gap in digital health, in AI. Is a big landscape. Identify your niche, what you want to do, find for the programs that really suit you. If you can just go across many institutions that are offering artificial intelligence. I would just say, for instance, the Harvard University is currently having those free digital health training programs. Go and explore what is fit for you, and maybe identify a niche. Your time also have a study. If you're learning, start with the basic. You just don't need to go from, maybe start with the coding, start with the basic understanding what is digital health. The simple things first come and have a structured way that you can work out this, and also commit time. I would say time, time is something that really matters. And if you want to achieve that, you have to commit yourself on time, and also be ready for challenges and some have, of course, some unseen challenges that are there in tech, since you are an tech. And find also a partner who is also in tech, can guide you when you are stuck, and always advise you what to do, maybe to sharpen your skills as you really want them to be.
Awesome. And this is for you now. If you can go back in time, what is one thing that you do differently in your career?
Oh, the thing that I would do differently, maybe I would say, I wish I started earlier, maybe in diving into the health system while still in school. For those who are still inspiring to be a digital and you still in school, start now. The time is now. There is no time. So start early. That thing I couldn't have done it long ago. And also maybe be an advocate for technology in medical school. To be honest, not many medics know about the technology. You are just taught about the anatomy and the more structure of the medical things. But if I could go back, maybe I could be an advocate for that change in the curriculum.
It's something we've all been talking about, and very little is being done about updating curriculums in universities because they're very outdated. Even the medical things they're teaching are outdated, and they don't have the technical bits, which is where the world is going to right now. So you can have a rounded, you're coming out as a rounded medic, you should have knowledge about the things that are happening in tech, med tech, space, robotics, biomed, all of that. You should have at least an idea. You should know how those things work to an extent. Maybe not to a mastery, but to an extent. But unfortunately, we haven't gotten there yet in terms with respect to our curriculums. I mean, I hope that's something that could happen in our lifetime, and I hope so, it's really, because it's something that is really very much advocated for, but not much ground is made. But at least now we're having more universities that are offering courses that are a bit of a hybrid, like digital health courses, some courses that have some medical and tech components in them. So that's a plus. So with time, I hope we can also get this curriculums updated. Thank you so much for giving us a little insight to what you could have done differently. And looking into the future now, in say 4 years or 5 years time, what do you think will be the major trends in digital health in Africa?
The the next transformation in digital health in Africa, I would say there are some things that are still shaping weight into digital health. For instance, the first one is IoT, the Internet of Things. You see, nowadays there are many those app in the you get them every over the Google Play. They are tracking something, maybe you are sleep, maybe how you exercise, maybe how your heart, maybe those Internet of Things with proper network in the next 5 years to come in Africa. I think it will be something that it will be shaping how digital health work. Another thing is also the drug discovery, or more of personalized individual drug systems. You know, there are other global companies doing these things, and maybe with time 3 to 5 years, maybe Africa we should come out and maybe we can embrace those platform, like for instance, like a drug discovery. The traditional one, it takes more 15 to 20 years maybe to go through the process. But with the artificial intelligence and the digital health and those system, it can minimize the time and cause it artificial intelligence studies a large mass of data and analysis. So it could be something also we could also see accelerating in Africa. The other thing is about more of robotic surgeries, those things. Some hospital already have those robotic surgeries, like laser that are still picking up, and there's still something to consider in future.
Beautiful. So I hear you, Internet of Things, drug discovery and rest. So that's great. So you think professionals should pay attention to these areas, right? If they want to get on board this train.
Yeah, those things.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. So if you have any questions, any comments, please put in the chat. We can read them out. You know, this we try to make this as interactive as possible. If you have any questions for Marvin, Please let us know. So you are an alumnus of Digital Health Skills Training Africa Training Program, and so just tell us with all sincerity how the experience was for you.
Oh, that being, but I'm really glad that the program came actually at the time I really needed something to learn about the digital health. That is the time I was starting, and it really helped me. It was like an eye opener to know what is really digital health, what areas it covers, and it blew them also my thinking on how to solve the challenges that are there in health using the skills that I learned there. I would recommend those who are willing to start, they can explore the program and they can start from there. It's really something that I really recommend. There's all the aspect that someone need to start.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your kind words. And so, as we wrap up now, this is a really quick one. As we wrap up, what advice would you give to our community members aiming to build a career in this field?
Okay, if you are building or you are dreaming to start building a career in this field, start small. You know, you cannot just, it's not something that it's made overnight. Just start small. Like I said earlier on, explore the programs that you really that fit to your area. You can explore like the one I said, like the Harvard, the Digital Health Skills for Africa. There are many programs that are learning. Explore them. Start have a study program. Maybe like for me, I used to study one new thing every day, like for 30 minutes. I set that side, I study something new, maybe in digital, the what I want to achieve. And also explore, have interactive section with your friend, find networks that can really, you cannot just say you can make it on your own. You need someone to maybe to broaden your mind, how you think, and yeah, find a community that you can really be engaged to, and you can study together and maybe grow together like the digital health skills for Africa. Yeah.
Amazing. And that's one thing I like about that group is there's that peer-to-peer mentorship. You can talk to your colleagues, you build connections with your colleagues. So like I said in the beginning, sometimes we expect it's not all the times that mentors are people who sit down, like you have meetings, you talk to them. Some people can mentor you from afar. Some people can be your mentors who are just your colleagues, your friends. It can be people your age mates. It doesn't have to be someone older. It could be anybody. It could be whatever situation. There's nothing that says that it has to be this particular scenario. It can be anything at all. So in Digital Health Skills for Africa, is my plug in here. We do a lot of peer-to-peer mentorships, and people learn from each other, and it's very African context based. And so he is an alumnus of the program, and you can hear from him. And so soon we'll be opening up our call for applications. And um, if this is your kettle of fish, do well to apply. So, Marvin, do you have anything else you want to share with us today about your work, about all we've discussed today as we wrap up the session for today?
Okay, if I may want to share more about my work, like
Yeah.
currently I'm still learning, I'm still exploring, and of late I've also been exploring the how to build, or if you just diving into more of deep of, there is something that we call deep, like the generative AI course. I'm still learning that. And also there is the platform. I'm forgetting, but there's a platform, or the Open University of Kenya, to be specific. It has this course generative AI. It is, you can check the platform. It's ongoing. It's global. Maybe you can explore that. And also, of recent, I've been making something, an application of which maybe by latest March, I'll be launching something that is more concrete, maybe. And also, I'm working on the internet thing in IoT. More specifically, now I am more on Internet of Things, and I am exploring more networks that I can really enhance this. And if you go back to some few weeks ago or a month ago, Kenya, there's this space that is called the Space Coin Satellite Network. Yeah, it's already maybe gaining roots in Kenya, and it has massive opportunities for IoT. That's why I said earlier that IoT is one of the things that is coming to be big in Africa. So someone can try and explore that before yeah before it comes and you are there, you hear that IoT, you are like, what is this, maybe you can be exploring that something earlier of. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate you taking out your time to share your insight with us and to encourage people who are interested in the program to register when it's open. And so thanks for your time. Thank you everyone who tuned in, those who will listen as well later on. I hope you find this insightful and helpful. And so this is me saying thank you everybody and have a lovely rest of your day and happy new week to everyone. Thank you, Marvin, and see you all
Thank
soon. Bye.
Bye.